Alrighty, that is gonna do it for the third level. Well, technically the second floor of Mushroom Castle or Peach's Castle, but we're not done yet. We still have one more floor to go. We have the final segment of the tower, but we have one more star we have to get here first, and that's right, it's a Toad star. Hi, I'm a Toad. Star. Alrighty, and now we'll go ahead and head up the stairs to our second to last Stargate. That's a cool movie. I haven't seen it in a very, very long time. Reacting to the star power, the door slowly opens. I want another star! So we'll go ahead and get this Toad star. Alrighty. Now only 2 secret stars remain, along with 2 levels. 16 stars to go. Where to next? Well, we're going to be going inside of Tick-Tock Clock, which is, you guessed it, inside this clock. Now this first star, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and try to line it up with the 12, because the 12 freezes time. Yeah. Except we missed it. Barely. Well, it's fine. We can still do this. It's just going to be a little bit more sporadic. I think I have it on the fast setting right now. Yeah, so the 3 turns it fast. The 6 turns it slow. The 12 turns it... the 9 turns it slow. The 12 freezes time. And then the 6 makes everything have a different interval of time. So you, depending on what star you're going for, is what you generally want. To the speed of the level to move at. If you don't want it to move at all, if you want it to move a little bit, if you want it to move not, if you want it to freeze, all that fun stuff. Well, all we have to do is just move up a little bit, and our star is actually hanging out right over here. If I can get it. Alrighty, and if you're playing, excuse me, choked on my spit there. If you're paying close attention, the next star that we're going to be getting was right underneath that. So we're going to go try to level this up a little bit closer, because while it's called the Pit and the Pendulums, what we're actually going to be doing is dying. Gotta love invisible walls. Sorry, 9 makes it fast, 3 makes it slow, 6 makes it sporadic. I know how to read a clock. So that's what it looks like when the time is frozen. So, there are a lot of invisible walls in this level, so you do need to be very, very careful with how you jump. Try to make them as direct as possible. But we're going to be going back to where we were in the... No. I'm going for the wrong star, I just realized. We're going to ignore the star that's hanging out right over here. We're going to go ahead and get that one later. We're going to continue scaling up the clock a little bit. And we're actually going to go to the left over here. We're going to avoid Mr. Flip-Flap Pattywalk over here. And our star is hanging out right over there. Because we have the pendulums right over here. There's a blue coin switch, which we will visit again here soon. And this is actually the star we want.
Here we go!
I don't think I got it quite right, but we'll see. Now we're going to be going after... Yep, nope, I didn't. Oh well. Time's going to be moving a little slow, but that's okay. Because it makes for a little bit easier platforming. Oh, man. narrowly escaped that. Alrighty. Go ahead and jump up these gears. And we'll go ahead and... Oh, back kick, and there it is. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to find that hand that we just saw right at the end there, and you're supposed to ride it around to the little alcove there, but you can just jump from the first star's location and get it that way via back kick. So, a little easier in my personal opinion. Now, we're going to go ahead and try to get it to turn fast. The reason I say this is because we're going to go to the top of the clock. And I do believe I timed it correctly. Sweet. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and scale. And to continue our conversation topic from earlier, I have played a couple of different roles in various musicals. I have played mostly nothing Broadway or anything big like that, but I wish. I would love to perform on Broadway someday, but it was a lot of high school musical theater and drama via that way as well. So I played first role I ever had in drama was my theater group in middle school back in 7th grade had a condensed version of Pride and Prejudice, where it was mainly just a couple of scenes. It was a short condensed version of it that the director called Scenes from Two Ballrooms, and I got to play Mr. Darcy, which was pretty cool. So I landed a lead role in my very first play. Now instead of going that way, what we're actually going to do is we're going to go ahead and go back this way. We're going to try to time it so I can go on this little triangle platform, but it's okay because we didn't die. Yeah, so I landed Mr. Darcy, and then I wouldn't do drama for a little bit until until 8th grade, because I only did the one show for 7th grade. But then I did. There was this place. There was this local theater group in my town that did a show every Halloween for based around short plays and poems written by Edgar Allan Poe. I got to do a reading of his poem, The Enigma, or An Enigma. And then I did. I was in the Curious Case of Mr. Valdemar. I actually got to play one of the two medical students. I got to play D, and I got to my scene partner was a very, very talented actor, and he played Effie. So very, very fun. But then I wouldn't do theater for a couple of years until sophomore year when I played Mayor George Shin in my high school's rendition of The Music Man. I was going for the lead role again because, you know what, I figured sky's the limit. And I was actually fourth in line to do that, which, me being as arrogant I was in sophomore year, was actually a very, very good thing. But yeah, and then I largely focused on musical theater from that point on, and we did, my junior year, we did a high school version of, or a concert version of Guys and Dolls, and I got to play Harry the Horse, and I was the understudy for Nathan Detroit, which, that was pretty fun. Had some very, very talented actors in that show as well. And then senior year, I got to play Colonel Buffalo Bill Cody, because we did a rendition of Annie Get Your Gun. And we also did a Shakespearean-themed haunted house for our fall play that year. And I got to play, what was it? Sorry, excuse me. Because we did various scenes, kind of the spookiest scenes from various Shakespeare plays. And we did, I got to play the King's Ghost for Hamlet. So during that whole scene, for one day, because I was filling in for a guy who had a pretty serious cross-country race, and then for the next 2 nights, he took over for that role. So I only did it once, but I did get to do that, which was a lot of fun. And then, yeah, that's done it. And then I haven't really done anything with acting since the movie I'm working on right now, which is pretty sweet. Unfortunately, I can't reveal anything about that information right now. But as soon as I have the go-ahead, I'll be happy to talk about it. But we'll probably keep it under wraps as well for a little while until we me and Geigus do our face reveal. Which, if you want to see that, get people to subscribe, get people to like, share our content with friends, and various things like that. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and keep going in TikTok Clock. Where are we going next? I did not mean to go into there, but alright. Time to jump on moving bar. Oh, it's this one. Okay. This one's kind of a fun one. But we are dead. We are dead. Thankfully, I racked up a couple of lives in the previous couple of worlds. But what we want to do is we're actually going to ignore the timing element of this entirely, and we're going to make it fast. I meant to freeze it, but oh well. Guess you can't win every battle. Nah, then you wouldn't learn lessons. You wouldn't get better. You wouldn't learn persistence. Perseverance. Sorry, no. Well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, but yeah, so that's kind of my experience in musical theater, and my experience with theater in general. And I continue to want to do more stuff like that, which is why I like experimenting with voice acting, with what we've been doing on the channel so far. So we're gonna go ahead and head up here, and then we're actually gonna go and very narrowly not get knocked off there. Whew. Because where we want to go. Where do we want to go? Sorry, hang on. I'm lost. Am I close to where I want to be? Yes, I am. Okay, it's over here. We want to go hit an invisible wall and die. I do not want to do that. I know I'm saying I want to do that, but I don't want to do that, game. Which is why you're making me do it. You can't please this game. Oh well. I suppose that's what I get for trying to please a game. I don't know. What do you want from me? You want more stories? Okay. Let's see here. I don't know what to talk about. What sports did I play growing up? I played. It started off with t-ball, and t-ball went into baseball with a pitching machine for little league, and then, or I guess minor league. Because I would kind of say that t-ball is kind of your little league. Baseball. Then after the pitching machine, we went to regular minor league, and then I played minor league up until 3rd grade. And about, I would say, beginning of 2nd grade, I started taking karate. And that was kind of my only experience with martial arts for a really long time. Until recently, I started learning a mixed martial arts sort of thing, which I'm waiting to get my setup before I can continue doing that again, because it was very, very fun, and I do want to go back to it, but it's a little too expensive for me to do at the moment. So hopefully I'll be able to do that eventually. Because as I've stated in our anime episode of Campfire Embers, our podcast, which if you haven't listened to it, it is up on YouTube right now. I know it's not exactly the most ideal place to put a podcast, but it's they'll be on Spotify and things like that eventually whenever we get around to it. But yeah, no, here's the start here. As soon as I finished up with karate and basketball, it was about 4th grade, and I started playing basketball. I did Parks and Rec League basketball, and then I continued to do Parks and Rec League basketball until my final season being in 7th grade. Alrighty, we are down to this, so we're gonna go ahead and do a 100 coin mission before we go ahead and do the red coins. So we'll go ahead and start off by attacking some bombs, and him almost shoving me off the edge. But yeah, I played basketball for a little while, and then I played for my middle school team while I was doing that. In 5th grade, I also did a season of Parks and Rec tennis, which was pretty cool. That kind of got me started on tennis, and then, which I still really love playing tennis to this day. I love tennis; it's a lot of fun, and it's something I want to continuously get better at. So me and Gygas try to play every now and then. We haven't played in a little while, but it is winter right now, so there's not really too much we can do unless we want to go freeze. But I wouldn't be opposed to that. I just know he would be. He's not a big fan of the cold, which is sad because the cold is awesome. But then again, I am a human furnace, so it is what it is. Let's see here. I briefly did competition swim when I was in elementary school as well. I tried to join my sister's club team, and okay. And I didn't like it because we were crammed into we had about 15 people, not 15. I think it was somewhere around like 30, 45 people crammed into one lane. And I couldn't do it. It was super stressful, and I just didn't like the environment when I was starting out like that, so I didn't continue to swim. But in 7th grade, I started track and field. I did that season. I sprinted and I jumped. I did triple jump, long jump, discus and shot put, and the 100 meter and 200 meter dash. And then 8th grade year, I focused a little bit more on jumping. I abandoned throwing, and I just focused on triple jump, long jump, and the 400 meter dash. So I would train with the distance team to get better at that, which was kind of dumb because it ended up only inhibiting my ability. And then I had a relay team in my 8th grade as well. We did the 400 meter relay, which was a lot of fun, and we did pretty well. I don't think we ended up ranking anywhere in the state via middle school, but it was still a lot of fun regardless. And the funny thing is, 2 of our members had gotten broken wrists through that season. One of our guys, our kicker, not our kicker, our initial runner actually broke his arm by running into a wall one day during warm-ups, and then our other guy tripped during practice one day and broke his wrist clean in half, which was not fun, not fun to watch. But our kicker was actually cool thing is our kicker for that team was our mutual friend. That ended up leading to me and Gygus being good friends. So being best friends. So he's actually in our in one of our D&D campaigns right now. He's actually in two of our D&D campaigns at the moment. He's in Curse of Strahd and Tower of Azeroth. So that's pretty cool. If I can figure out how to do this. Sorry. Here we go. I think this is just... Nope. Good chunk of coins, actually. Happy I did that then. Alrighty. Go ahead and do this. And... Whew. Get very, very, very lucky that there was a platform right there. Whew. Alright, I gotta focus a little bit here. Alrighty. There's nothing over there. No. Trying to figure out where to go next. Okay, yeah, we need to go that way. Sorry, the path branches a fair bit when you get high enough. So this level I don't know as well as at least as down as I have some of the others. Even though I've played this level as many times as the others. Well, not nearly. The beginning of the game I played countless times because sometimes I'll just start the game, play it for like a couple of hours, and then not come back to it for a couple of months. So, but yeah, no. Let's see here. Then, freshman year, I am so lucky. Freshman year, I did distance track at the end of the year, which my main event was the 3200, the double mile. My final time for track for that was 16:47, so not exactly the best time, but considering my weights, even then, I was pretty proud of myself, and I never didn't improve. I always improved every race I went to. I never got stagnant with it, which I was pretty happy with. Or plateaued, I suppose is the term in that. Oh. Sorry, I apologize if the mic is peaking because of my volume, but I don't understand how I'm alive right now. I'm definitely not going to survive another fall, so I gotta find ourselves a recovery heart. Whew. So many close calls in this level, and I'm not enjoying it. Okay, thankfully there's a recovery heart right up here. So we'll go ahead and run back and forth through it for a little bit. But during distance, I did do a couple of other events as well. I did the mile and I did the 800 meter run as well. So I guess for those of you who don't do track, on a track, it's a lap is 400 meters. And 1600 meters is equivalent to a mile, which is 4 laps. And then 800 is 2 laps because 400 meters would be 1 lap. So we have the half mile, the mile, and then the double mile for distance races. Sorry, 1 second. I'm back. Making Gygus cut out a lot of little snippets. But I'm sure he prefers that to dying over and over and over and over again. So instead of going straight up to the swamp, what we're actually going to do is dive. Oh, no. I was there for so long. Dang it! Well, I'll see you back in a little bit. Alrighty. That's probably close to where we are, close to where we were. So, just go ahead and continue scaling, getting more coins. And getting another life, I suppose. Alrighty, I learned my lesson about just jumping for it. No, I didn't! We're going! Haha! Little secret block over here. Has us a couple more coins. Alrighty, need about 5 more coins. And we'll be set to go back and do the red coins. Alrighty. That is as many coins as we need. Alrighty. Now time to take a leap of faith. Here we go. Okay. Where am I? Okay, I'm over here. Okay, I want to get to more of a side of the level. Okay. Sorry, I gotta really focus here because now I gotta get back down. It's a lot easier said than done. I think we've got a recovery heart right here. Now we just gotta keep going because that's our first star. So all we have to do now is do the first couple of jumps again, and then we'll be right back at the bottom. Alrighty. And, you know what? Just for kicks, we'll go ahead and do this backwards. No, we won't. We'll go ahead and do this right away. So here is the pedestal star. Just so I can make sure I can get this without being on the red coins exactly, we'll go ahead and steal the coins from these 2 bombs here. And nope, goodbye coin. Alright, that's cool. That's fine. Because there's more coins right here. Alrighty, now we'll go ahead and... The whole reason why I wanted it frozen was because it's much easier to get these red coins when it's frozen. Like, significantly easier. And there it is. We have fused our star in with the platform. Thankfully, as long as you touch a portion of the star, you can collect it. And there it is. Our second to last 100 coin star of the game. Ooh, okay. That was really close. So, just chain a bunch of side flips together is usually the easiest way of doing this. The weirdest thing about this star is it doesn't spawn directly over the pedestal star. Well, it does. It's just a little bit of a height gap. So yeah, it's hanging out right over here, and then we'll go ahead and get it, and that is the end of TikTok Clock.